Well, RSCC stands for Russian Satellite Communications Company, and we are a satellite operator. So we have satellites in orbit, on a geostationary orbit, which are providing telecommunication channels and broadcasting services to the people all across the globe, including Africa.
Okay.
So our satellites help to deliver different content or voice or internet to almost all population of the world. So the satellites can be used in Africa, and they're perfectly suited to Africa because we know in Africa is very big. There are a lot of rural areas where the terrestrial lines or fiber cannot reach. And for example, if you're going somewhere in a village or on a remote site or oil and gas rig, you need to be connected. That's why you need a service. You need to chat. You need to surf in the internet and get your Twitter. So that's where satellites help the young people and also their parents just to stay connected. And satellites are used to deliver traffic between the base stations from the mobile network, because the people would like to receive the services, the mobile services, also outside big cities, and that's where satellite helps. So generally speaking, we are a provider of big trunks, of big circuits to deliver traffic between remote areas and the big cities where the terrestrial connections are. Our typical clients are enterprise customers, like big corporations, because, for example, a big oil and gas company, they've got a headquarter in the capital, but all their, the oil is not in the capital, right? All the natural resources are somewhere in the middle of nowhere. That's why they need to connect their drilling rigs or their mines and to have the data. They need to receive video conferencing, they need to receive calls from there, from the remote sites, and to receive drilling data. And that's how the satellite can help to connect these remote mines with the headquarters. Then our customers are broadcasters, because satellite is perfect for broadcasting because it covers a big area, and every individual or every business which has got an antenna pointed on a satellite can receive the programming or any content. Then and also our customers are ISPs, Internet Service Providers, because some of them are using terrestrial links in the big cities or nearby big cities, but when they go outside, they need somehow to connect the village from their headquarters to the people who are living in this village, and that's where satellite is used as a link between these two sites. So we decided to add Satcom because we are approaching the sub-Saharan African market. We are not new in the industry, but we're new in this market because Russian companies, they were quite active long ago in the African market, and we are now getting back. So we are launching new satellites which will have coverage over Africa, but we're not coming here only with satellites. We have a complete solutions for corporations, for enterprises, for broadcasters, and internet service providers. And what is interesting for the government as well, because satellites are used to provide universal service obligation, because all the population need to have access to telephony, to internet, and for the government services, which are provided by satellites. Actually, we're not launching ourselves. We buy these services from the launch providers. So we buy the launch vehicle, and it's launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. It's the same launch place, launch pad, where Gagarin, the first man in space, started his journey in 1961. And by the way, our company started our history in 1967.
Wow.
Yes. It was quite interesting because everybody knows that the first call through satellite was made on, I don't remember, I think 1965, but it was a call through a satellite from New York to London. It was done on an Intelsat satellite. But the first TV distribution network for delivering national TV to different parts of the country was done on our satellite in 1967.
Okay, wow.
And which provider was that?
That was in Soviet Union, so that was long ago. No, that's how actually our company started. Yeah, it wasn't so big. We had another name like Space Communication, stuff like that. But now it's transformed into the Russian Satellite Communications Company. No, our satellites are located on a geostationary orbit. That means they stay fixed and they also turns together at the same speed as the Earth. That's why when a satellite holds the orbital position, it always look at the same area across the Earth. Yeah. No, it's not a well. The entry ticket to this business is quite, costs a lot, and also you cannot just launch satellite to orbital position because orbital slots, they are limited, and they are distributed by the International Telecommunications Union, the ITU. So you need to file to place a file to certain orbital positions, and if there are no competitors or no other guys looking for this orbital slot, you can occupy it. You can do that. But the history of the satellites are now more than 40 years, so almost all of the positions are filled. Yeah, are filled. So that's why every satellite operator, they've got their own positions, which has been assigned by their ITU, and they're using them. And they launch the satellites to these orbital positions. For example, RCC, we've got 11 orbital slots from 14 west to 145 east. So it gives us a very, broad, not a spectrum, broad opportunity to provide coverage over almost entire world, from Brazil to Australia. Our primary market is Russia, but we also look in other markets. And Sub-Saharan Africa is one of them because it's a very promising market, and we would like to help the people of Africa to bridge the digital divide and bring telecommunication opportunities here. And Russia is and Africa very similar because of their different terrain, different climates, and also big distances. We know how to build networks in harsh environments.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you?
Great, thanks. Could you tell us a bit about the company?
Our company's name is Azar Cosmos, and we are a satellite operator based in Azerbaijan Republic, and it's mostly owned by the government, Azerbaijani government. And we have launched last April our first satellite that's called Azar Space One, and its coverage areas, like as you can see there on the C-band, it's Africa, Europe beam, and Central Asia, Europe, and MENA beam. And on the KU band, we have Europe beam and Central Asia beam. So we are mainly a satellite operator, and we are providing the capacity leasing services for our customers.
All right. And do you provide any other solutions to your clients, or is it merely the...
Like we are providing them capacity leasing, and on the same time we have our own uplink station, so they can use our uplink station as well.
Can you please explain something? I am curious about how satellites, how companies are able to lease out or buy satellites. So what is the process? If I were a company and I wanted to lease...
Yeah, sure. Like there is two kind of customers in the industry. First of all, broadcasters like TV channels and like radios and etc. And they are like applying us. We are signing agreement with them, and then they are delivering their content to our uplink station, and we are uplinking them to the satellite. And from the satellite, all the viewers can see their channel, TV channel, like that we are covering now. The second part is the data channels, and on the data, we are providing them like Wi-Fi, like internet, like satellite internet. We are providing for them, so they can use and use internet in the Sub-Saharan Africa, or doesn't matter where there is no fiber connection.
Then they use satellites.
Yeah.
Okay. And who are your typical clients?
Our typical clients are broadcasters, data providers, and that's it, like mostly TV channels and data providers.
I'm Kevin Verrett.
Kevin Britt.
I am the regional director for YASAT in Africa.
All right.
And YASAT's got an office in South Africa. We look after the sub-Saharan African continent from here.
Okay.
YASAT is a satellite operator. We are owned by the Mubadala Group, which is the investment arm of the Abu Dhabi government. So Mubadala is the investment arm of that government, and we are the operator of satellite networks.
All right. And behind us we have a company or a service called YaClick.
Yes.
Is that an offering from Yasat?
So Yasat, in 2011 and 2012, have launched 2 satellites. The second satellite launched in 2012, which was Y1B. It is the first satellite to bring a new satellite technology to Africa called Ka band. So Ka band, to put into perspective, has never been done in Africa before. It launched in September of 2012, and YaClick is the brand of this Ka band technology. So let me put things into perspective. YaClick is the brand, Yasat is the company, Mubadala is the owner of Yasat, so we're a subsidiary of Mubadala, and Mubadala is the investment arm of the Abu Dhabi government. Okay, so YaClick is the Ka brand that we have brought to Africa in 2012. The technology is revolutionary, it's not been done before, and has been very successful in Africa. We've gone past as the largest VSAT network on the continent.
And what does the product offer?
So the product offers data, so it is internet access, it is high-speed data with high availability, and we do all the enterprise applications or consumer, like voice over IP, we do VPN networks. So the audience we'll talk to and our product set, the target audience is consumer, because it's relatively cheap. It is on par with ADSL in South Africa. It's on par with most technologies in Africa, and in some countries it is even the cheapest. And for enterprise clients, we have specific networks that we can do besides just internet access. So consumer, yes, definitely, as well as enterprise. And to summarize, it's data, internet access, voice over IP. I just want to add one more thing. The technology, as I mentioned, was new. In 2012, YaClick was awarded the most innovative product in Africa at the Satcom Awards. Last year, in 2013, we annexed the same award, most innovative product. It had gone to market. It was 1 year in operation. And last night, Yasat was awarded the Satellite Operator of the Year for the same product. So we've had 3 fantastic years, and it's really revolutionized the industry and does wonders for Africa, for the telecommunication sector.